Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry I'm running a couple minutes late. Oh, Cindy, BB from VA. I hope you guys having a great morning, man. I really do. I had to clean my father up, so I was had to push the time back a little bit, but I'm still here. I'm trying to be consistent. There's a lot of good things coming to Code TV. It's just taking a little bit of time. Johnny Mac's got to show me some editing skills. But Cindy, I'm going to talk today about the message and how my message has been the same since day one. And another thing, we have some great stuff coming up on this content and this channel, and we also have a great Make the Wish version. I mean, if you guys saw where I was at on Saturday, I mean, there's so much to talk about, so much to see. We had an awesome time, man. It was really great. And hold on one second. So many people there. It was really a good time. I'm not even joking. Like, I had a blast. They raised a lot of money for vets. But we also had a great thing called the dunk tank. That was great. I don't know if you guys got to see it. I want to play a little bit of it. And nobody's liking my fig videos, but that's all good. BB for VA. Psycho, I know who that is. I haven't seen you in a minute, bro. Hope you and your family are good. Mike Ball, I was wondering maybe today, man, or tomorrow, when can we have some time, do a little StreamYard? I really have some good stuff, man, for the channel. And I know you're busy, so you let me know when I can get in touch with you and we can, get together. But, I was at an old head biker event on Saturday. They raised a lot of money for vets. I didn't even get to show you guys all of it, but Celia, hello. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Where's it at? Is it this one? Yeah, this is a pretty good one. Oh, miss. Don't tank. You are who can sing? Hold on. There's another one too. There was so many people, man. I think is this the one? No, he was awesome. Look at that. Second chop. Boom. Yeah. Good job. Yeah.
Really fucking bad.
So listen. Well, there goes my monetization. So for all you people, and look, Mike, I hope you guys understand, because I said something to a dude today. I said I've lived the 1% life my whole life. I didn't say 1%er. I said 1%. I said I've never talked. I've always kept myself respectful. I've given respect. But the one thing I never did, and I don't do what these new guys do, because the quantity over quality, I said the difference. A friend of mine, ex-1%er, we were talking on Facebook, and he's well respected. It's my brother, man. And he was saying how, he's a 1%er, doesn't have to have a patch, this and that. And I'm like, well, I lived the 1% lifestyle. I was around it. I did it. But I don't talk that as some tough guy. I don't say it. I was around a lot, man. And how I got to stay around was keeping my mouth shut. But my message has been the same since day one, man. I've never, since I first came on the scene, I might have been around some knuckleheads in the beginning. And Mike Ball has alluded to me and told me that, 17 years he has in, man. And I mean, you can see, obviously, the guy's professional, but it takes time, man. And I got to knead out and weed out whatever, knead the dough. I had to knead all the clowns out. But just because I lived a lifestyle and I was around a bunch of guys, like people say, why don't you do a show and put 1%ers up? Why don't you do a show? Because that's not, I don't know, man. I'm not in a position to do that. I don't feel like that I could do it. Yes, I could. I could do whatever I want. Listen, tomorrow I could come on here and tell my story and tell everything. But I don't think they'll be doing justice. There's a lot of good dudes still in the nation that I know all over. And to me, I think that would be doing them a disservice, because one of the reasons why we were able to keep friendships is because I didn't talk about a lot of shit. And believe me, I've seen a lot, but I never want it that way. I don't want that way, man. I don't want anything just given to me, man. I got to earn what I have to get. And to be honest, I think I'm more respected for that, you know. But the love that I had in this community on Saturday, man, was unbelievable. I tried to take a video inside, but I did go live. Oh, you know what? Let's do that. If you guys don't mind, man. But this means something to me. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sure it does. Mike, I know you support the vets. But we're doing, look, this is going to be big this year, man. And they're going to demonetize me right now for this anyway, but I don't care. Look at this deluxe. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is only like 3 minutes. Oh, shit. What am I doing?
Motorcycles down here.
Hold on. Let me. There was other bikes and other dudes on the other side that I don't want to put on camera. I could have, but I don't want to.
Motorcycles down.
I still live by a certain code. But to be out, yeah, the what's the name was horrible. The
Everybody, hope you're having a great Saturday. Got some bikes over here. But this is the best part, just dunk tank.
Rabbits and Chaos Bliss, Chris. I hope you're having a great day.
Can't hurt the VFW.
I know, Mike. You've been through, bro. I'm so glad you guys are here, man. Mel Gibson Rage. What's up, brother? I don't know whose phone that's ringing. But what I'm getting at is I'm still out in the community, man. I still go around people. I still run into a lot of dudes, man. I don't hide from nobody. I'm always by myself. And I don't disrespect anybody. So
I'm gonna take you
my message has still been the same. But look at this inside, like for the vet standpoint. I don't know. My son drinks these seltzer waters. I don't like them. Look at all these. I know it's a little rough with this thing, but I was horrible.
A small YouTube channel, like 200 people, and I just told him you're a legend.
That's a legend right there. He's a good dude, man.
What's up?
Zipper, that's a good dude. It sucks, man.
Check this bar out.
The video coverage. But anyway, what I'm getting at is if you go back to day one and go back to no matter what show or who I was around, my message is still the same, man. And my message is this: respect people. You're born with one mouth and two ears for a reason. Listen more, shut your mouth. And stop acting like you got to prove yourself to everybody about being a tough guy. Or nobody cares about that shit, really. So many people have guns today, and I'm not with all that, but some people are playing for keeps. And what I got to do Saturday was more of my message, which is give back to the community, raise some money for vets, and see, you know, these guys, what they go through, man. There was a couple dudes in there, old timers that were, you know, and all them dudes that had that club, that Echo chapter, man, Stars and Stripes, just some good dudes. That's my boy Oatmeal. We grew up together, man. He's a good dude. Like, all he does his whole life is work and raise money for vets, for kids. These are the kind of people. That's the brotherhood that I'm talking about. When I was talking to Mike Ball, I know he has brotherhood. You can see it through his video. But when you're not in a club and you have a relationship with guys that are in clubs and you can be on the same page, man, all the time, that says something about you and it says something about them. It says that you're at a point where you conduct yourself well, you're giving respect, and people notice you're conducting yourself well and you're giving the respect back too, because there's a lot of people up on here, man, with a bad message. And it's just like a politician. You know, they claim that they run on this and this is what they're about, but when it comes time to it, you get them in office, they're going to do 10 different things, man, and that's the truth. So stay true to who you are, man. That's just a life hack. People see it, man. People take notice. A lot of people think people don't watch, but there's still a lot of people that do watch. Yes, they are, BB from VA. They are forgotten. To own pew-pews. What's a pew-pew? He said he'll meet chat. I don't know. You're coming in here respectful. I don't know who Mel Gibson Rage is, but my man, 215. I think I know who you are, though, man. I think we're supposed to meet at a Wawa once. I don't know, brother, but as long as you come here like this, I don't have any problem, man. You know, Jen and Barrett, I thought you were calling me sweet and soul stuff. You know what? Cindy is coming down when I do this Make the Wish run. I hope a lot of you guys come down. That would be a great time for you guys to come down and take part. I'll rent a big van. We can meet up. We can all take the ride over there and drop everything off together. And I'll have the receipts in front of you as I did before. It is, Mike. It's crazy. The politics take over, brother. But the good thing is my message is still the same, man. I'm still the same dude. And you know what's cool about Saturday? I ran into some bikers that I thought not that they had a problem with me, but I thought that they may have felt a different way. And it was all love. So sometimes when you think, man, you'll drive yourself nuts thinking. Like I said, your message should stay the same no matter where you're at in life, whether you're poor, you're rich, you're happy, you're sad. Don't let an emotion dictate, your response, because that'll get you every time. Thank you, Jen and Barrett. Now I feel better. I know we're gonna have a great time, Cindy. I'm telling you, man. We're gonna and by that time I should have the friggin' house done. Lance, my brother, hope you're having a great one. Lance, let me tell you what happened to me because I was thinking about you. Because I'm honest, Lance. I can't lie to you. You're my Pittsburgh brother. I bought 2 frozen Coca-Cola Cokes this weekend. Let me finish, Lance. I know you're like this. Oh, God. Bro, I had the first one. I started halfway through. You would have been proud of me. I said, what am I doing here? I noticed, and I'm just saying this is me. Every time I take a lot of sugar in, my body hurts way more. I don't know what that is. I haven't had a definitive answer, but I dumped that shit out, and I've been just drinking water. And this is 0-calorie shit, seltzer. I'd rather have Pellegrino, but But no, I'm actually trying to get back on the mission, man. We had a good day. We had Sunday dinner here. My sister came over. They made steaks. Of course, I like mine well done. She made homemade mac and cheese. Hers is like a white kind, though. I don't know what that is, but she made asparagus, a big ass tomato salad. And what else did we have? All kinds of other stuff. But I noticed I had a piece of lemon meringue pie, just a little piece, Lance. Boom, my legs started hurting. Mike, look, this thing's still full, bro. Look, there's no hollow drop, so this thing's still full. I'm like this. I told my sister, don't bring this shit. I'd rather have the lemons. My dad loves lemon water, man, and it's for some reason it's doing something for him. But no, I didn't go to Wawa, man. I went to McDonald's, and I'll tell you why. Because my buddy was like, yo, I just went to McDonald's. I know, I believe that, Celia. Celia, you think that's why I was hurting? No, hey, listen. You have no clue, Bliss, Chris. They sent that to me. My buddy was here, and he doesn't eat it like that. So I put our steaks back on. My whole family's eating it red. My son, I'm like, man, I can't eat it like that. Sorry. That's just not me, man. No Mickey D's. I didn't eat Mickey D's, bro. My daughter had got some for the kids, a little Happy Meal, but I dumped that shit out, man. I couldn't even drink it because I don't know. I'm telling you. Let's look it up because there's something going on with that, guys. But my message for today is the same. You guys been here, you support me, it's the same. I'm never going to change, man. I'm always going to be the same person, whether you like me or not. You're not going to one day turn on your tube and see me acting a different way. Wow, look at this. Eating sugar can trigger inflammation in the body, which causes pain and swelling. When the body detects an injury or infection, it sends white blood cells to the area to heal and protect it. This influx of cells can cause swelling, redness, and tenderness, which can sometimes pinch or aggravate nerves and cause pain. Wow. How about this? Some people with rheumatoid arthritis notice that their symptoms worsen after eating after eating sugary foods or drinking soda. Studies also suggest that people who consume a lot of sugar may be more likely to develop RA. Wow. Oh, look at this. I knew this one. Diabetic neuropathy. High blood sugar can damage nerves throughout the body, including in the legs, feet, and hands. This can cause pain and numbness in the affected areas. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. I'm done. I don't want any of it. No, not anymore. But Mike, I did get to get out and ride, Mike. And Mike, you've been here, but I don't know if you've seen. So I'll show it again. That's my 78. I love her so much. She's been down. I have a solenoid problem or something. Mike, that's my 78. I don't know if you're still here. I love her. Look at her. Look how beautiful she is. Not bothering anybody. And this is my Deuce, Mike. And I tell you, to be honest, I hate this right here. They have the worst seating. I have another seat that's real flat. That's even worse. But yeah, so, you know, your boy likes to ride. I like Mike's bike. He's got a nice bike too. Thank you, Lance. I appreciate it. No, Bliss, Chris, I didn't know. I was just 9 diabetes due to medication. Wow. Well, that's what I'm doing now. I don't want any more. I really don't. And I've never my whole life ate a lot of sugar. I always, you know, stayed in shape, worked out. Mike, it was cool though, because I was greeted. There was a couple 1%ers I seen that I didn't think were gonna be too happy to see me, but nothing but love too, man. And that's great because I don't want any problems with anybody. And you know, my motto is don't fear any man but God, especially if you're in the right. Don't ever change who you are just because of somebody else's perception. People telling you some shit, you might think that, oh, well, did I do this or how? And you know you didn't. Don't even second guess, man. Confident people. I believe if you're confident, that helps to disregard people who are negative, man. They see when they see a confident person, they know they can't infiltrate. So, you know, even if you're not, Sun Tzu, act weak when you're strong, strong when you're weak. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Bliss, Chris, you are crushing your lives, girl. Thank you so much. I love riding. Wanda, I have to tell you something. So for all my Canadians out there across the pond, wherever you guys are at. So I found out yesterday that my cousin is not just the transportation of one city, of all Canada. Of all Canada. I won't tell you which one, but one division of transportation, he's the big guy for the whole Canada. Shout out to my cousin. Even if anybody tried to reach him and talk crap about me, he knows me my whole life, man. And you know, you couldn't do that anyway, but he lives his life different. He's straight, clean laced dude, man. We are politically, we're two separate ways. And politically, look, I'm a realist. I don't care. If you're a Democrat, Republican, show me what makes sense. If I believe that's right, then that's what it is. And to be honest, I think it's just what I said about messaging. I'm watching all these people flip-flop, you know, and then it's like, that's why I'm saying, like, my message is the same. Now, we might get lost in translation a little bit, but my message is always going to be the same. So, yeah, but shout out to everybody in Canada, man. I was supposed to go the 14th of September. My cousins get married, but hopefully I'll get out of there next year, you know. Well, no, let's not hope it, because the only way that could happen is if, God forbid, something to my dad. And if I'll take him 100 more years, you know, that's what took me so long today. I had to clean him up. Hello, Irene. I hope you're having a beautiful morning with your, you're down south. So what do you drink in the morning? Just coffee? Or do you guys have some concoction down there? What do you guys drink in the south? Yeah, this shit's nasty. Lance, I don't know, bro. Lemon, sparkling water, lemon. I thought this was a drink. You know, what I am going to start doing is more segments on fitness and nutrition. And one hack I'll give you guys, for all the people out here that drink anything carbonated, carbonation is a big deterrent to your immune system. It actually can shut down your immune system. And if you notice, a lot of people who are heavy drinkers, beer, they get sick frequently. And that's just truth. Yeah, Mike. You know what, Mike? How could I disrespect the chat? How could I disrespect the morning like that? What's wrong with me? Yeah, I hate sparkling too. Oh, look at this thing's clogged. Yes, forget sparkling. So, you know, he had a good day, man. He's just, there's a couple things I can't get fixed with him yet. And one of the reasons why I do hit the vape pen in here is because the whole house don't smell. You know what I mean? I tried to give my dad some cannabis, but he wouldn't take it. Well, that's the thing. Both of my parents have diabetes. My brother has it. My sister has it. But I've been fortunate enough. Yo, for anybody again, Mike, I don't know if you have your link. Johnny, where were you this morning? I called you, Johnny. Let me show you why I called you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make a prediction. Johnny Mac's channel, to all the haters out there, let me tell you something. You guys can hate. Hold on. I'm getting, Johnny, you're not going to strike me for this, right? Hold on. I don't want that one. I want the damn flashlight video. Okay. Now, why can't I get... Why doesn't it come up? Hold on. Oh, there it is. I got it, Johnny. All right, guys. Guys, let me tell you something. I don't know if you watch Johnny or if you don't, but I'm going to tell you right now. I think this is his best video yet. Southern Love Art. Me too, sweet tea. What about they say that cane sugar is the best sugar to have? Happy anniversary. Oh, thank you so much, man. Happy anniversary. God bless, man. Yeah, that's Mike's channel. Go check him out, man. You guys, yo, he is Mike's. Look, you know what? I feel like I know the dude like my whole life, man. Not even in the biker sense, just because he's so cool, man. You know what I mean? But you can tell Mike has that other side to him. I like that. If I see somebody just too perfect, nah, that's not good. You can tell Mike goes both ways. Ask. Just Jules, what's up? Hope you're having a good day. I'm the biggest hater of codes. I don't know. What is that emoji? Johnny, I got to show this. I don't care if you get mad. Don't strike me, bro. Guys, I had to show you this, man. I'm telling you, I believe you guys are, he's underestimated right here, man. He's not really getting the credit he deserves. And listen, no, I'm not. No. I'm not a dick rider. I don't care what you guys think of me or say, oh, yeah, he's kissing his ass. No, I'm not. Wait till I show you this. Hold on. You ready? If this isn't proof, this shit freaked me out. I'm just going to play it. Can you guys hear it? Oh, shit. Let me know if you guys can hear it, because I can't hear it. Yo, can you hear that? I got it right here with the flashlight. Oh, not the one he said his name was Emmett? It's called Haunted Cemetery? Okay. It's on your shorts or is it on it's a regular video? Let me see real quick. Oh, yeah, I got it right here. All right, cool. All right, hold on, guys. Oh, shit. Come on. Damn headphones. Give me 1 second. What the hell's going on? I don't want to hear that, but we'll try it. Let's see if it works. Yo, shout out to North Carolina. There's a lot of good dudes there, man. Okay, you can't hear. I can't hear either. Let me see something. Oh, shit. I had to.
Anybody that wants to come talk to us, we have the spirit box here, folks, and then we also have this flashlight.
I have a good brother who wants to
This
sound.
thing right here. This is a flashlight or a torch, and if you twist the end right here, just twist it, it'll turn on. So if you want to try twisting that, it'll light up, and we'll know that you're here.
And I guess he did this. He's got a remote control in his pocket.
I'm going to start the spirit box, and you can come say your name as well. I do. Who's that?
All right.
Is there any Totten to it?
And you can.
Hey, there's a Totten.
There we
Is
are.
that Emmett?
Oh, I'm seeing something really cool.
Did they just say Amzie? Wow. Emmett. Okay. Emmett.
I gotta do one thing, Johnny, if you don't mind, real quick. For all the haters and deniers, I even said in the beginning, oh, maybe it's just an interference from a damn, like a CB or something. There's no way. How could a CB know where he is and say the names and everything, man? It's just, Johnny, you're doing a hell of a job. Don't give up on this, man. You're making me a believer.
Look.
Is there any Tottens?
He doesn't give him
How many
enough credit.
Tottens are here?
What's this? Monkeys have special set of beans. What's that? I love that though. What's a monkey and beans? Rover, look.
Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, that's bright.
Is that a Tot? Is that you, Emmett?
And let's not forget that all this shit he's doing to not be a piece of shit, to not argue with knuckleheads, to be a family man and live his life right, taking the time out to do all this when I don't care what he says. I'm telling you, I know some of the shit freaks me out. So he's got to go home with these spirits, man. And what I just got done watching last night was a great movie, The Conjuring. Something dead. I don't know. The one with I don't know, man. It was whatever the newest one was. That was a crazy movie.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so it's Emmett. Is that Emmett Totten? Emmett,
He's laughing.
hear it? Woo, 90.
Hi.
Okay. Now I heard I'm
Look,
electrified.
Cindy, when you
Look at
come
my
to Philly,
arms.
Oh
I'll take you
yeah.
to some home.
Wow.
How you like it?
Yeah,
You gonna get out?
yeah, I heard.
Oh, the little girl's coming back through. What is going on right now?
Wow. Emmett,
Monkey speak.
Emmett, are you the only spirit here? Can you light that up to let us? Okay, you're the only spirit here.
I
Okay.
got you. I got you now.
Did you hear that?
I couldn't handle that, man.
The talking?
Hi.
The
Was
monkey
that you
poop
that
did me
just?
dirty.
Okay, hey Emmett. I heard talking. And
Wait,
I heard
Cindy, is that the
it
one with
It
the
was like a three. I heard
the chick
three
from The
syllables.
Departed?
And for me, it
The
sounded
husband's a
like
preacher. She's a psychic. Because that was a good one.
But I just heard Steve.
Allegedly, hope you're having a beautiful
Yep,
day.
and the light came on. Hi,
The devil
Steve.
made me do it. That was awesome.
Wow. Pat.
I still jump. Yeah, that was real stuff.
That was Steve. Can you turn it off?
Wow. Okay.
Maybe are people taking turns?
Ain't one. Come on. Some trucker saying that. Oh, forward.
Ooh, feel that. That's
Bro, I
cold.
gotta ask you
Oh,
that,
yeah.
Johnny. When you heard that in hell, I know the hairs in your arm stood up, but
Yeah.
you had
That
to be like,
shouldn't
what
be
am I getting
cold.
myself into?
Yeah, let's do Jed. Jed comes through.
Admiral, good morning. The best nails in the East Coast.
A few minutes ago.
Good old Jed.
The Jed and the
Well, I know Cindy does her nails too, but you guys can battle that out.
Jedediah Sturgis.
I just see her nails always like,
Hello,
I
Jed.
don't know,
Can you
whatever
twist
she
the end
does.
of
It
that,
looks nice.
Jed? I've set that flashlight
Every
up
guy
there
likes a
with
woman
torch.
that does their
All you
nails,
have to
man,
do
whether
is
they
twist
think
the
they
end
do
of
or
it,
not.
you
Just
can
like
turn
every
that
woman
on,
likes a dude
and the light will
you
come
know,
on. Thank
Hello,
you.
not act like an
Jed.
Thank you,
idiot
Jed.
and a
Now,
guy
can you
to
twist it back
be
off
hygienic
so we know
too.
that you know how to work it? Did you hear the talking
Michael W.
again?
Blade, what's
Yep.
up, brother? Hope you're having
So
a
from
great
the
morning,
left
man.
corner.
Yes. Whoever
God is
turned that
good.
light on, can you please turn it back?
Here we
Turn
go.
it the other direction and turn it off.
Watch
please?
this.
I think maybe we may have a non-paranormal thing here.
Oh,
Thank
maybe
you.
not.
Okay.
We'll see.
So I doubt you did turn it back off. Thank you. So the
Look at
energy
this, man.
probably it takes a lot of energy to do that, because I got that message and it said that their power. Okay, so it does take a lot of energy to do that. Can you turn that
Yeah.
back off all the way? You can do it. You can do it. Twist it. Keep twisting it. I know it takes a lot of energy. You got to twist it real hard. It'll go off. A little more. You almost got it.
Johnny, what's that thing in that
you almost
Orby
had
in
it.
the left, man? Did you put that on
It takes
there?
a lot of energy to turn it off. I know.
What is that little
Thank
light
you.
to the left, bro?
It's a harder thing. See, they have to twist that, so it takes energy
Hold on
to
a
do
second.
that. The push
You guys
button
see what I'm
ones,
saying?
you know,
Look at
you
this.
almost had
What
it.
is this right here?
Takes
Johnny,
a
what
lot
is
of energy
this?
to turn it off. I know.
I've
Thank
seen
you.
this in a couple videos.
It's a harder thing. See, they have to twist that, so it takes energy to do that.
Doesn't
The
look
push
like a
button
reflection
ones,
from the flashlight.
you know, all they got to do is stick their finger in it. Basically, these are a little tougher to manipulate. I think.
Amanda,
I
hello.
would think the push button ones would be hard.
We had one of those.
See?
Okay, so you're getting the
harder.
hang of it. Let's turn this on. So I want to hear you say
Look,
your
look,
name,
look.
Jed. Let me turn this
What
on
are you
so
gonna
you
tell
can
me? It's
say
a
your
fly?
name.
A lightning bug? Ain't no way that's a lightning bug.
Tom,
turning the light
Yeah.
on.
is that Jed? Can you say your name?
Johnny,
Jed.
what is
Okay,
that?
yes. I said yes. Jed.
Jed.
Thank you, Jed. I think we got Tom missed. Yeah, turn it the other way. There you go. You were turning it the right way. Turn it. There you go. Keep
Maybe
turning
it
it
is a
until it goes off.
reflection
You almost got it.
camera.
Keep turning.
Oh,
You
good
can
light.
use it. Come on. You got it. Use your energy.
But how's it moving like
Everything you got. There you go. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to come collect it now. Thank you very much for playing. You've won a free blender. You can collect your prize at the gate.
that? I say you want a free blender. There's so many good people in here, man. It's awesome to see that. Really, man. It's good to see good people. Really, I like to see that, man. Thank you all for coming in, man. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope when you wake up, you love what you see in the mirror. And you don't need somebody to tell you that you can look at yourself and love yourself, man. Because that's what it's about. Whether people like me or not, I'm a positive entity, man, you know, and I'm going to keep this train rolling. And like I said, I will promise to give you more content, more. I noticed it even when I'm out with the camera, man. I do a little bit better that way, but I don't care about views, man. I could always, inherit that. But you got to put your time in. I've been doing this almost 3 years now. So it's time, I think December, whenever. So it's time for me to, you see like a guy like Mike Ball, 17 years, he makes it look easy, and he's not scripted. He doesn't review a lot of topics before because he wants that raw emotion. And there's nothing wrong with having mentors on here, man. Like, that's not dick riding. That's just being real. You want to emulate the stuff that you see that's working. You want to emulate that. And some guys will do the work and, do what it takes and understand that you have to be a guy of reason. And you have to, again, use 2 ears, 1 mouth, and listen more. Because you can't learn by just thinking you know everything. My neighbors are crazy. You can't just think that you're the one, who somebody has to pave the way. Somebody has to show you the playbook. Nobody just picks a playbook up and says, I don't need to read this. No, because what do you do with your enemy? You study the enemy. That's why there's a Monday film that they study in football. All the guys that played this weekend, today, that's what they're doing, reviewing film, seeing what they did wrong. Correct your mistakes. Thank you so much, Bliss, Chris. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, bro. He is, man. Mike's the best, man. Look, I told you, Mike reached back out to me, man, and showed me love when other guys didn't. And that's the kind of people I want to be around, man. If I was a multimillionaire and I was all the way up here, I would still want to be with the people because you never forget where you start. You don't forget where you come from. For real, man. And, and then maybe one day I can get some sponsors for cannabis and then me and Mike can really be doing some good shows. Yeah, you do have to manifest. But you know what, though, Amanda, it's so hard because people see who you used to stand next to and they might judge you for that. But then they really can't in a way because when it was thrown at me and my family and women came at me, I didn't, give it back the same way. I took the high ground. And I think that'll, play out in the long run. Yeah, scripted is crazy, man. No, man, you can't never. Even when I went to my nephew's trial, man, like when I went through the court room, I seen a lot of dudes in there I know going to court, like dudes from the hood and shit. And I'm like, just understanding that at any given time, one of us can make a mistake. One of us could be. Remember, he was a legal gun owner. Any time something can happen, could put you in that predicament. And what are you going to do to get out of it, man? Are you going to bitch? You're going to cry? You're going to get yourself together and you're going to go at it. And that's what I did here. I weathered the storm. That's why I have great people here in the chat. We don't have trolls anymore. We don't have people coming in here. Yeah, they might still talk about me and Johnny. Who cares? They just want to hear themselves talk. But remember, that is the lowest form of flattery, like Tony Soprano said. Remember when, like, these guys reminisce of all this stuff that people used to do, whatever somebody did, but they're still doing the same thing. Their message is not like mine. My message is one of a kind because what I believe in and what I stand for is always to put the positive and make everybody feel in a better light, man. Whoever gets a kick out of seeing people going through shit and stressing, you're not good people. You don't stand for anything. Because to be honest, I believe the guys who really been through it and really are the tough ones, they don't talk about it and they don't need to act that way because they know that shit doesn't feel good, man. But sometimes if you want to be that person that wants to tap into that side of that person and you keep it up, you might get a side of a person you won't like. Me either, bro. I love it. I love seeing people doing great. I love seeing people get going ahead, man. That's what everybody should want. But unfortunately, people can't wish good for people and want good for people because, to be honest, maybe they never even had it. They don't understand it. They don't know how to embrace it. Their life's been shit their whole lives, and that's all they want people to feel is shit. You know? If you see people doing great, I see people that are in bad situations, man. Very bad. I know of people in situations that will make your head spin. For real, for real. And they hold it together. You would never know. Yeah, how about that? The toothpaste is locked up. They were showing a bunch of other stuff that was locked up too. Good for you, Irene. You're better off. Ain't that the damn truth, bro? Ain't that the truth? Because I tell you what, man, you gotta have haters, but the real ones, man, they want to see you win. They're happy to see you win. You know, I have family. All my family was here yesterday, and they have my back 1,000,000%, man. I don't worry about that stuff. And when you see guys on, let me say this, let me throw a shot across the bow to all the fake ass tough guys out there. When you do your streaming and talk about how bad you are, and you do your stream and you tell people you're the truth, you tell people that, you know, your lifestyle, your way should be mimicked. Everybody else doesn't know nothing. First off, that's the first giveaway. Anybody do what you want. I'm not telling anybody how to live. But how could somebody else being successful hurt me? And if anything can enhance or help, why would you want to be hateful to a person? That means you're bitter. That means you're sour. So let's not confuse trying to roast somebody and hating them. It's because, you know, you don't have it in you to be a good person. You know, you couldn't wish somebody well because then that would mean that somebody might be doing better for you at that moment. And that's a problem because you don't want to see that either. Because you want everybody to be miserable just like you. That's not how life works, man. You know, and the smile is everlasting. Is it hard to keep it? Damn straight. Some people don't even like the smile. But if you are a good person, man, and people know, they can see the difference between the bullshit, man. You know, and you got to stay true to yourself. That's what this whole message is about, man. You know? Yeah, it's insecurity, man. Especially there's a lot of guys on here, Mike, that used to be in the community or still doing their thing that all their streams are hate and nasty. And, you know, I'm the toughest dude in the world. I'm the smartest dude in the world. Everybody's a fraud. Everybody's this, everybody's that. Look, I don't have to tell anybody who's a fraud. You guys could see and listen to them for 2 minutes and could tell they're a fraud. But my message has always been the same. And with that being said, it's almost 10 o'clock. And you know what that means? It's time to. I already cleaned my dad, so I just have to cook him food. But again, man, it's a beautiful morning. It's Monday. I know you wanted to smack the alarm and go back to bed. But the fact that you got up and you're here, as Mike Ball always says, I'm going to bite your style. You guys are this, man. You are the early bird gets the worm club. He has the breakfast club. But it means a lot to me, man. You guys have been with me for this long, and I promise you, I have good stuff coming real sooner than later because after my brother from another mother, Mike Ball, shows me how to do this editing, then I can really get busy, man, and, you know, give you guys some good content. Either way, I'm going to give good content, but I really want to take this seriously, and I'm tired every time I do a video, they demonetize it. It's always crazy, man. So it's time to really take this serious and work this into more like a career and a business, but never forget where you come from. I don't care if I was 20,000, 30,000 subscribers and I had 10 people in here, I would still treat 10 like it was 1,000. You know, I'm always about quality, not quantity. Remember that. Always, brother. Always. You have the You got a great channel, Mike. You're a positive dude, man. You don't have to be that way. See, it's good, though, for a guy like you. There's other guys, I don't want to say names, that promote some tough guys that are bikers, and you don't do that. You know who else I like, too? What's that other guy, the biker dude with the long goatee and the long hair? That's what I grew up in. When I was around 1%ers, when I was a kid, you see dudes going out back throwing hands. I'm like, what happened? Oh, they had a problem. And they would knuckle it up. And that's the way it used to go. Even probationary periods, dude would knuckle up, settle their differences, not be like a bunch of, clowns and put their business all over the internet. Yeah, my mom, BB from VA, my mom fed the whole neighborhood, man. I was missing her bad yesterday. Oh, damn straight. Barbie, hello. I got to get better with these comments. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Irene, you're so cool. Yeah, sub to his channel. He goes on 11. You'll like his channel, man. Look, I'm saying, I might have more hair than Mike Ball, but he's a great dude. Yes, Emerald, good point. Yo, he goes Monday to Saturday. He's actually making me want to do this more. You notice since I've been talking to him, I've been giving him more days, But it's time to really, I want to do content. Like, he has awesome thumbnails like Johnny Mac. Their videos are good. Yo, Johnny is being, look, I'm just saying one last time. Johnny Mac, you're undervaluing yourself, man. Undervaluing yourself. You're very good at what you do. Everybody's doing paranormal. Yeah, let me shoot another shot. Everybody's a paranormal expert now. Johnny Mac's doing paranormal. Everybody's doing. You guys are all. Everybody's got a spirit box now. Everybody's watching videos doing. Hey, listen, man, you still can't do it like Johnny Mac. And I'm just being honest. I watch everybody's shit. What he's doing, he's got the connection. You guys don't have that, man. Michelle, hello. How are you? Yeah, go sub to Mike. He's the man. My best friend's mom also story about me and my RBF. Oh, 7. Real best friend. Is that what that means? Yeah, no, Mike, there's guys that been harassing Johnny Mac for a long time, and he's not fine. He's not answered to none of them, but it's good to see what he's doing. Oh, yeah, I got a lot of stories, man. I heard a story the other day. I was with a guy, man. The guy I said he's a legend, the one I put to the camera, he's not a 1%er, but I watched a guy stay with a club that went down to 3-4 members and didn't move and didn't give up. Now they're back up to 16 and they've been around since 1969. They're the kind of clubs I like, man. Them dudes showed me love, man. Love, love, love. Hold on, brother. I got you. Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? Now they're gonna demonetize me for singing the song now. You sung the song for 3 seconds. I love the paranormal. I never thought I would like it. But one thing I don't love is this bullshit ass seltzer, man. What is this? LaCroix, you're not a sponsor, so no disrespect. You need to do better, man. This shit tastes like carbonated, stale. It tastes like if you put a Sprite, if you left the Sprite out in the sun for like a week and it was just nasty. That's what this tastes like. Like it lost all its flavor. Johnny, this is the worst thing. If you drink this shit.
L.A. Croix, look at that. Yeah, it's LaCroix, right? LaCroix, whatever the fuck it is. It's French, right? But I used to make fun of that when I was back in the 80s. I used to call it L.A. Croix back in the day. It's just
yes, Mike,
bubbly water, right? It's just
No,
bubbly.
Johnny, I want to tell you why you're up here because I know people call me will say, "Oh, Dick, right now, bro." That video, I'm just being honest. I think
Thank
that
you,
was one
man.
of the best ones you ever did.
Thank
I'm
you.
just being real.
Well,
When I saw that flashlight, I was like, "No way, bro!" Like,
yeah, man.
come
Here's
on,
the thing, guys. I kind of feel like
yeah, man,
I've been dumping a bunch of cemetery stuff on people, right? Because
yeah,
they're easy to go to. There's a lot of fucking energy there. But it's been the same shit, right? I've been
word.
talking to different people, but it's been the same shit. So I wanted to spice it up, and I know that spirits can turn flashlights on and off. So I
Oh
was like,
shit,
okay,
hold up. I'm sorry. Hold up. I apologize, bro.
no,
I'm
you're
trying
good.
to go ahead.
No, I was just saying,
Okay.
like, I figured that you guys would like the flashlight stuff. I've played with those before, not many years, but
Let me debunk something.
Go ahead.
You already debunked that the spirit and everything's real. You proved that the heaven, all that. I already seen that. But the one thing I'm trying to prove on your behalf is for any doubt or anybody who doesn't believe in what you're doing or saying, say, okay, yeah, everybody. Oh, say if somebody said, oh yeah, it's a CB radio. How could people, even if it was people was picking up a frequency, how could they know the names that you're saying and the stones that you're in front of? How could they know? Like, there's no way you can make that shit up. So
Yeah, but
that was
but okay. I can debunk that right now.
no, I
Okay.
know you can, but I'm saying that would be the last thing to try to debunk, and I think you did that last with that video.
Okay,
I just
if you
seen.
could do that, what they're claiming that some of this evidence is, everybody would have those devices and be falsifying evidence. There'd be all kinds of fake shit out there everywhere. It's just haters that just want to have that type of evidence too, and they can't get off their ass and go out and go fucking ghost hunting. That's the problem. People just can't get up and go do it themselves.
Johnny, look at Mike Ball. Mike says, my normal drinks, coffee, Coke, beer, whiskey.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike, you want to hear something? Wait, the two Mike. You got a couple of mics there. Want to hear something weird, bro? We were at the first flashlight thing we did, we got a name that came through. It's a name, and I remember this name. See, when I first got with my woman, of course, we were younger. So like, who did you date? Oh, well, who did you date? So we rattle off all the names and shit. Well, I happen to remember a handful of names that I know my wife had been with, and she knows that I have been with sexually, right? It's just
I love that about you too, man. People don't know that how cool you and your wife talk. But go ahead. I just think that's awesome.
Well, one of them showed up, bro. One of them showed up. We're talking 30 fucking years later, guys. This guy, so my wife was younger. She was younger, and she was dating a guy who was a few years older. She was lying about her age. They got pulled over or something. They were running the streets. This is way back in the day when she was a teenager. And the cops pulled him over, caught them, and then the guy found out her age. He was fucking pissed because he was 20 years old and she was like 14 or 15. He was really mad. And they never talked again. This guy's showing up in my fucking videos now, bro. So I went and looked. I snooped on Facebook, guys. I went snooping. He has not posted anything in like 3 or 4 years, but his family has. So it looks like he has passed. It looks like he has passed. And what I don't understand is why he's coming. See, he's not talking to me. He's coming through and he's saying, Tabitha, I'm older than you. Tabitha Smith is illegal, is what they're saying. Tabitha Smith is illegal. Well, her name's not Smith anymore. Hasn't been for 23, 24 years. But he's still, I guess he doesn't know my name.
Real quick, Johnny, I just want to let you know, Mike Ball and Irene, you've been here. Mike Ball, you get a wrench just because look, to be honest, you and Johnny know wrench. I don't even know what a wrench does, man. I never even probably used one, but no, I block people from here, but you deserve it, Mike, man. You're a good dude, bro. You know what I mean? There's all good people here. I'm sorry, Johnny. Go ahead, man. I just want to.
He comes up with some shit, bro. Like I was watching. I've watched a couple of them, and it's never the same topic, and that's what I like. It's like all kinds of different world events. things going on in the world and in the economy or whatever. And then, that of course he weighs in on the biker stuff, which is, that's his livelihood. But I like the fact that it's information, stuff that's going on in the world, stuff that like current event stuff. And it's not just I like when you can learn something from watching a fucking podcast. You know what I mean? Like that's
what I'm saying. Like what you're gonna help me too. Mike said he's gonna send me a link later and he's gonna teach me some stuff. What I want to do, my main thing is to I want to do biker content, but I don't want to do what they do. I just want to go to all the events, like post up at an event that's raising money for kids or vets and cover it that way and talk to different people. I don't want to do what he's doing or anything like that. I mean, that's his realm and he does it good. And I like the fact that he's in a club and he can do that because he doesn't, carry anybody's water for him, man. He doesn't read a script and he's got a good attitude, man. They're
yes.
like, I've been around bikers that you couldn't even stand next to, man, that I could, that maybe others could, or maybe others could, and I couldn't. Real nasty dudes that wouldn't even talk to their prospects until they got 3 years in the club. I've been around those guys, racist guys. I've been around black, white, all of them. So when you see a guy that lives the way he does, remember, I'm 51. I met the 1%ers at 10 years old. I've been around bikers ever since then. And to me, it's just refreshing to see that. And people confuse that with dick riding, just like what you're doing. I love that you're not feeding to none of these dudes. And
that's
you keep
not
doing
come on, bro. You're plugging that. You're looking out for a friend and promoting a friend's content.
No, I know.
That's not dick
I'm
riding,
hard
bro.
on myself, bro. You know how it is. You know that.
That's what you do, bro. That's what real friends do for one another. Like that's what's lacking with these guys. Like last night. Okay, I'm gonna veer off. I'm gonna break my own
Handle your
rule,
business, bro.
But I'm not gonna fucking say any names. So last night,
wait, are you talking about the paranormal experts?
No, I'm talking about so last night there was almost a giant fucking fallout on Pussy Boy's channel in PA.
I got you.
But anyways, I've been watching. I watched these two guys.
Well, you're only watching because people send it to you. Because people send it to you. That's why you're watching it. But go ahead.
No, this one, somebody sent me a text that said there's getting ready to be a nuclear fallout. You might want to check this out. So I did, and it almost happened. But what you have is you got a bunch of guys on here. It's really sad too because they have not accomplished anything in life. And Mike's put that out there many, many times. It's a fact. So what they do is they've made these fake personas. They're on YouTube talking about how tough they are and screaming into the microphone. One's up there screaming, "Oh, who's going to come on? Drop the link. Who's going to come on and defend that? Oh, blah, 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 blah,
yeah.
Oh, baby."
If you drop the link, you're really scrapping. Go ahead.
Are you? So that's the fucking measure of manhood now? Really? Grabbing a fucking link on YouTube? You see how it's degenerated into like something that I don't even want to be involved in. But so I'm watching this, and and I also watch another channel called Dry Wrangler or Dry Creek Wrangler School. I always fuck up the title. And the guys, he talks about the loudest man in the room. Dude. What's that?
The motivator guy with the beard.
With the beard and the hat and the cowboy hat. Yeah. So he's talking about the loudest man in the room. And he says the loudest man in the room is never, ever, ever, ever the toughest man in the room. Now that's a fact. It's the truth though. And because look, think about it. Tough men don't have to talk about how tough they are. They don't have to send out vibes of that they're badass. A tough man, really the quietest man would be the toughest man. Like a man that's really tough and knows what he's doing is quiet. He's secure. He doesn't have to put out vibes. He doesn't have to say, "I'm this, I'm that. I can do this. I have that." It's an accomplished man doesn't do those things. These are just facts. And if anybody that's accomplished would know that.
And to add to that, and here's another, you guys sink your own friggin', you dig your build. You guys, let me tell you what you do. All you clowns out there, you just dig your own grave. You hang yourself, and I don't mean that way. I don't want to see death on nobody. It's just a metaphor. You know, you hurt yourself, then you bury yourself, and then you try to go. First off, you torture people your whole life, and then when your time comes, you dig your own grave. When you're in there, you wonder, why am I here? Life's over. Now you got to look to God, and even now you want to come back and be a priest or a reverend at your service and give a sermon and talk about how great of a person you were, how that all you ever did was see the best in people, wanted the best for people. But that's not true, man. So, you know, for all you guys and girls, whoever that's out there living like that, not only you're not the toughest dude in the room, but if you have to sell yourself on somebody, see, I talk a whole different message. My message is be confident. Act strong when you're weak, weak when you're strong. Some people claim to know Sun Tzu all over the world, but I can't tell because you wouldn't act like that. But it really gets people, when you act that behavior, people really get to see who you are. And to be honest, they can read you fast. And then people see, like, you put everything out there, man. You shoot your load. You don't give any people like suspense or I'd like this guy, know this guy. There's so much more. Like, once you just show people you're a piece of shit, then you try to act like you're not. It just doesn't work that way, man. And to be honest, that's why I'm glad that you don't feed to it, man. You keep doing what you're doing because they're sinking themselves, man. Them guys, they don't really get all. Think of everybody that's in their chat. It's just hateful Reddit, Rick. It's just negativity, man. And if you're a real successful person, not just monetarily, but if you're confident and you live and carry yourself with respect and you're respected, you have no reason to lie about who you are. You have no reason to try to promote yourself as this guy that you're not.
Yep.
The people who are scumbags treat people like scumbags, and their shit's short-lived, man. They might have a couple minutes of fame on here, but when people really find out who you are, well, it's hard. It's way harder to keep the smile because there's so much negative. But I believe that, you know, there's a lot of good people still out here, man. A lot of good people with smiles, and it's exactly what you're doing, man. You're navigating. You know, when I came on, I didn't know what these guys are about. You're meeting people. Once you get away from them, you just attract eventually all the good people. So that's where it is worth something. You know, being a good person, you'll eventually be around the same people with the same interests as you. You know, when you're 20, you're different. When you're 30, you're different. When you're 40, you're different. Even at 50, you're different. And to me, I'm always willing to learn. Most of these guys think they know everything and nobody can teach them anything. That's why they never, you know, got to that level in their life. Oh, shit. Look, you got Mike all excited. He wants to come up. See,
Yeah.
Johnny, you brought that up because
No, it's important. It's very important. You want to know why? Because there's a real sickness going on social media and really
Mike, you have no
YouTube.
clue. Johnny, he doesn't have any clue some of the shit we've been through. Bro,
I bet you he does. I bet you he does. You want to know why?
Think?
Because it's no different. Okay, it's true. The couple of guys that I was referring to are the nastiest, most vile, despicable guys I've ever come across. Have nothing to do with family. They're just not like me. But they're not special. That's the thing. They're the rule. They're not an exception to the rule. They're the rule on YouTube. Like, this is what the fuck's happening, man. There's a bunch of people that resort to a racing to the bottom. Who can be the biggest piece of shit and brag about it? Oh, I'm gonna do this. If you say my name, I'm gonna go after your family and I'll put up dead.
Yeah. I'm gonna go after your young kid or your granddaughter, whoever. I'm gonna harass people, man.
Yes, that's me. That's what I do. Yeah, I'm a gangster. That's what I do.
Mike, have you experienced any of that? We were
it's so funny. I was listening.
Go ahead.
And I love Johnny's take because he's 100% right.
Yeah.
He's 100% right. Dude, I've been doing this for 17 years. How do you think, purely on the internet, streaming to the internet? I used to stream 8 hours a night. 8 hours a night for 10
gaming?
years. Yeah, I was live streaming back on Justin.tv back in 2008 or something like that.
Yeah, you've been doing
what I mean? And then because YouTube didn't have live streaming, not up until like 6 years ago. You know what I mean? So I was on something called Justin.tv, and then it got bought out by Twitch, and Twitch then became Twitch. And so that I live streamed over there for like 6 more years. And then finally I made the swap over to YouTube like last year.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, because I mean the entire time I was focused on other platforms. And honestly, they don't have the audience that YouTube does. It just YouTube is a monopoly. It's mega.
Yep.
It was literally actually deemed a monopoly. Like YouTube and Google all got deemed an actual monopoly in court. Like I just reported on that.
Oh yeah. I seen that, yo, and that's the truth too, because they are a big ass conglomerate. That it's like I said, YouTube has a video up of a kid, right? It says the best movie ending ever. There's a kid skates in a park. I forget what movie, if it's a commercial. He rides up, takes the book bag off, sits down, puts a skateboard down, pulls something out of his bag, and you see him, do the unthinkable right on TV. And I'm thinking, you demonetize me for a prayer, or if I play a little couple seconds of a song or whatever, and you got this up there, and it would say, oh, well, they're not monetized. Well, still, why is that? Kids could still see that. Like, I don't understand it, bro. I really, and that's what I understand. When you did that show about that, made me understand a little bit more why they are able to do that, because they are so big, man. And it's like, they're not even.
Well, they're the powerhouse. I mean, who do the advertisers go to? The advertisers will always go to YouTube.
Mike,
go ahead.
This question's for you then. Let me get your opinion on this.
Sure.
Okay. So we, Code and I have experienced this for a couple of years now. And so we have interacted with some content creators. They're not content creators. They're destroyers, but they are the nastiest people. Now, they've been reported and struck and reported a million times over, and YouTube does jack shit. Why do you think that is? Is it because some of them are monetized, that they get a cut of that money, or is there just so much traffic it's impossible to police it all?
No, it's not just that. It's this is kind of a hard one, because I know the back roads of this, and it's kind of crazy. If you want to get someone down, like you would have to do that like really strategic. Now, there's certain people, like, which is like I don't promote whatsoever. I don't think people should do this, but there are people out there that actually sell the service to be able to get people like that, and it's terrible. I don't advertise people to do that at all. I think it's the worst thing, honestly. Like that's part of the cancel culture in this in this world right now. But usually if you're a YouTube partner, like meaning an actual partner, like where you're like above 100,000 or whatever it is, and you have a direct link or a direct person that you work with YouTube. Now, I know this because we actually had to take someone else down for an actual action that was done against us on Demon's Row, which has now, 800,000 subscribers. Me and him are real good friends, and we work together all the time. And
I like Sos, man.
Yeah, he's a great dude. So anyways, we would have to, every time we dealt with something like that, we dealt with the actual YouTube personnel that represented us. You know what I mean? Because they actually work with YouTube. Like they're in their office at YouTube. Yeah, that we're conversating with. Yeah, I mean, you can call. We have like a direct link, like call line to them. We have their direct office. We have their direct, obvious emails and texts and stuff like that. So yeah, it's crazy.
Possible, man. That YouTube is impossible. I had a situation where this nitwit was threatening to put up pornographic images of my daughter.
I bet.
And I went to go see him, and it turned into a big thing. And,
you actually confronted the dude like in person?
Oh yes, I went to talk to him, and then he rushed me, and I whooped his ass, and then he fucking lied and had his mommy lie and write false
statements and shit
against me, and then I had to go beat it in court, and it cost me money and a bunch of fucking problems and
a lot of time.
And a lot of time.
Time is money, homie. Yeah, absolutely.
And so I figured, like, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to fight with every one of these nitwits that talk about my family. So I was like, okay, The
Right.
the only thing I can do is subtract myself, ignore it, and do my own thing, and let them be shitbags that they want. Because eventually, if they're doing that, they're on a crash course anyway.
100%.
And their demise is going to happen inevitably. So that's kind of been my ideology now. Like, and it's been working because I see that they're all they're ripping each other's throats out, still screaming. You know,
Yes.
it makes no sense to me, man. Makes no sense.
You know what I told them, Mike? I told them all straight up, real quick. I said, look, don't talk about it, be about it. I can't leave this state because of my father. But anybody that feels that way, that you really don't know me and you feel that way about me, come through. I'm one by myself. I don't call the Lord. I don't need to call friends. If that's how you really feel, and nobody will ever show up, man. And you might have.
They won't.
That's the fact right there. Code is right.
Yeah.
You know, I've actually dealt with more than a handful of death threats, and silence is key in like BS like that. Don't respond to BS like that, and also like hate comments and shit like that. I don't respond to shit like that either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the truth is why I think there are too many creators that will only pretty much answer like negative comments, and I'm like, why do you do that? Like you're focusing on the wrong fucking thing. Like you're focusing on the hate. Why?
Views, my brother, clicks and views. That's because that's what sell. That's
lies and manipulation, and then lies and manipulation equal what? Money. You know what I mean? So that's what the media does.
But it's short-sighted though on YouTube. See, I've been watching these guys. Okay, they only have a couple thousand subs each. They ain't getting any. They're not getting above that because it's not what the mainstream wants to watch. It's just the people that are caught up in the drama that know these people. It's just I don't know, man. I don't get it. It's not me.
I know another thing too, like. You know, a lot of these guys, one of the reasons why they do this too is, you know, and I say this again, and I hope you all can take this and write this game down because this is a little bit of game. To all you guys out there that's hating and have your little cliques and you're going after people and doxing and harassing people, remember you ain't nothing but a bunch of freaking followers, man. None of you stand on your own. You can't do something without somebody else. When you attack somebody, you need 1 million people with you, and then you got to do a show about it to get the okay from other people to just know that they're pieces of shit too, and they're cheering you on. That's all you're getting, bro. That's not you being a leader. That's not you being anything different. When I see that and I see people act like that, I said, "Oh man, it's the same Tom, Dick, and Harry."
Good. They claim they're doing something righteous, but let me tell you something. When you guys talk about our wives, our children, our families, you give yourself away. That's the giveaway that you're a piece of shit,
man.
You know, good people would never degrade somebody's family or children. That's just not the way it's done. So that's the giveaway. They're just bullies, period.
Well, you know, I have a daughter that's 2 years old, and I've had some weird fuckers on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, and stuff like that. You just,
God bless baby
for
girl.
Me, I just block them. Who gives a shit?
Block them.
Why have that and continue to like give any of that like that? You know, that's not a reasonable person.
Yes.
You know that. So why get, feed into it? You know, you're almost like lowering your standard yourself, you know what I mean, to their level. Why do that? I pay no mind to it anymore. You know what I mean? Shit like that. I just, whatever, dude.
It keeps escalating, man. Like that's the thing. Like I
know. Trust me. I get it. It does fucking mount up. I know.
It's like and that's what I was always saying to these guys. Okay, well, what's your end game? You know, you're attacking somebody like. You're saying you're exposing them for being a scumbag, which they're always the ones that are doing the exposing are the biggest scumbags. Like they're the bigger scumbags. So
right. What's wrong with you that is insecure enough that are insecure completely? That, you know what I mean? Like where you want to actually expose someone or you want to actually watch. Like what's wrong with you watching that kind of shit? Like
yes, exactly.
But change the channel. But Mike, you know what's so funny? These are the same guys. For instance, will say, "Oh, Code's a piece of crap," or Mike Ball or Johnny Mac. These guys are no good. Don't watch them. They don't know nothing. But you guys are the same guys every day. If somebody's a clown and you don't like them, change the channel. Don't pay any attention to them. When you give somebody attention, you're going out of your way, bro. You become a fan at that point.
Yep.
So stop. You're not even a hater. You're more of a fan, bro. An obsessed fan that can't think for yourself. That you have to attack somebody that makes you feel better because your mommy and daddy probably never kissed you when you're a kid, or your daddy was probably knocking off the babysitter and rolled you, and mommy had to go to work and do whatever she did to make some money. And
it is upbringing, bro. It is upbringing. It is who they've been around, who's raised them, the values that's been instilled.
That's truly who they are. Yeah, they're not faking it.
Nope.
You know what I mean? That's truly who they are. You just got to accept people for who they are. That's it. So I mean, you'll never be let down if you do that for real. You know.
And then you decide who you want to have around you and who you want to
right. It's your decision to reciprocate.
Yep. But yeah, so I try to tell them that. So. You know, yes, some of these guys do make a couple of dollars begging and talking shit and stuff like that. But if they were to actually do the legwork, do the work, go out in the field, make content, and build a real channel, the payout for that long term far exceeds the short-sighted drama, click and view crap that they're stuck in, the cycle they're stuck in. But they're not willing to to walk away. First off, you can't do both. You can't do drama and content because there's no time.
Right. Sure.
Content's it takes all my time. So
absolutely. It's never full. You know what I mean? Right. I get it.
But then when you start the content, at one point in time, I would be able to pull 200 something people in my chat every time I would go live, but it's not real. It's drama. Do that with content. I'll be impressed. So
it's all about who's the quality of watcher. Absolutely. You know, I learned that, you know, on different platforms, you know, like for instance, like I'll give you a instance, and I never really used, you know, TikTok like this, but I did get kind of like known on there a little bit. So I would at certain points, I'd have like 1,000 viewers every time I went live, but the quality of them were terrible. You know what I mean? So like what's the point of even being around in that environment in the first place? So then I go, you know, like I have a wonderful community on Instagram. I have a wonderful community on YouTube. You know, like I can go live on any of those two platforms and it's awesome. You know what I mean? Why would I now pick TikTok? Oh, because I want views and I've got an issue with numbers. You know what I mean? It's a numbers game to most of these people. That most people are going to go where more the numbers are. They're not going to go where the quality of viewer is.
Yeah, they don't want to take So when I started the content, I took a huge freaking dip, a huge hit in viewer. Well, I started a new channel, but that's what happens. You do content, your viewership is gonna suffer. You're gonna have growing pains. It's just the price of admission. They can't do that. I've seen one guy try to do true crime about 2-3 weeks, wasn't getting the numbers, went right back to the bullshit. And you not long enough. 2-3 weeks. You have nobody even knows what you're doing yet. You know what I mean? You
imagine trying to get a sponsor, bro, and they see all the shit that you've done. Like, come on, that's not gonna work out too well for you. You know?
Paranormal now. I don't understand that. Like, pick something that say that they want to do that because I'm doing shit. And
yeah, they do, Joe. They break his balls. It's crazy, man.
That, you know, like they should find something in life that they're passionate about and they truly and do that. That's what I'm doing. You know, I really encourage people to do that. Find something that you truly enjoy and make that your content.
I'm going to bounce off of that a little bit and say most of these content creators are not content creators. You got to remember this. Like, there's a lot of people that like get famous overnight, and then their problem why they end up falling off is because they got famous overnight. The whole thing about that is they don't know how to now retain that viewership. You know what I mean? Because you're creative enough.
It was a fluke.
Now, like if you had to go live every single fucking day of your life, could you entertain for real? Can you really do it? Can you actually retain an audience like that? And see, that's the whole difference between a content creator for real that can actually create content and not sit there and bring up bullshit and use drama as some sort of leverage. You know what I mean? Like in viewership, that's the point. And that's a sad reality that a lot of the viewers love shit like that. because drama for that, it's just people love it. People love drama. And it's, to me, it's brainless activity. You know, why would I want to even watch that? For me, I would way rather learn about something and spend my time learning something, like reading something or watching another video, let's just say,
right,
where I'm learning something. Why am I sitting there investing my fucking time into bullshit?
And that's the biggest, that right there, that is the biggest point right there. Like, it is the biggest waste of life out there.
It is. I mean, what better do they have with their life? You know, that's the whole thing, is they can't create content for real.
That's it.
You know, that's the whole thing. You know, are
Mike,
they really
not even that though,
creators?
Johnny? We didn't even touch on this. You got to see the way that they talk, like, because some of our communities with the women and all these awesome women here, you got to see the way they went after women, bro. The way they talk about women.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
I guarantee it.
Again,
you know,
like
I've got some pretty damn conservative views, and I never disrespect anybody. You know what I mean? Like, and I can explain, like, or whatever my viewpoint is without sitting there doing this to the audience. You know what I mean? Ever.
It's crazy though, because a lot of these guys, man, let me talk to all these knuckleheads that act like this. What I would be, the reason why I would never act like that too is another thing. You're just so stupid. You just don't realize that guys like us can see right through that, and the whole world can see that all you're doing is, you know, reacting to all the pain that you had in your life from your mom and your daddy, your aunt, your upbringing, your drug habit, your loss of a job, or not being, you know, into your friends, you know, and people not welcoming you in, never getting picked to play baseball. We see all that. And guess what? The more you do, and then when you try to say, oh, I want to turn the corner and be a better person, they're going to have so much content, because all them videos are here. Everything you do is out here in some cloud. Is that what they call it?
Yes.
People are always going to be able to access it, you know?
Clout chasing.
Yeah, they're going to be, this is their legacy, bro. This is what their family, their great-grandchildren, if they're lucky enough to have, you know, children, this is what they're going to see. Like we're in a different state, not state as, you know.
I got you.
Like up here.
Time or and we're in uncharted territory. That's a better way to put it, because I'm not sure.
Jazzo said save them some.
Realize from our era, our generation, you know, some of the stuff that they say on here, this shit is on here forever. Whether you delete it, somebody, it's out there. So this is your, we are basically, this is kind of like immortality in a way. Like, we will live on forever.
Yeah, it's true.
We're always going to be here now, like long after we pass. So you got to be careful that what you put out there, because this is going to be what you're remembered for.
Yeah, 100%. You're right.
Nope.
That's why the biggest thing to any parent, being a parent, I coached for 23 years. The biggest thing besides teaching your kids about predators and being respectful is the only one thing. There's only one way you want to be: confident, not cocky. If you raise your kid that way, you won't have a problem. And that's the truth.
My kids are very respectful. I've taught them that. Everybody does that. How respectful my kids are.
Oh, yeah, me too, man.
Well, that's what happens when they have a present father, you know? Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And I was able to work from home, so like they had me over their shoulder too.
And see, that's the one benefit that I've had since, you know, having my daughter is being able to work from home. You know, I've been full-time creating now, like almost 4 years, like full-time without anything else, right? You know, yeah, crazy, man. You know, because I mean, I got forced into it though, doing the full-time gig. You know, it was because of the accident, you know, with the drunk driver taking on, you know, severing my leg off. When that happened, I lost my career. You know what I mean? I couldn't go back. I couldn't pass the Coast Guard physicals. I couldn't pass the federal anything. I couldn't pass anything. So unfortunately, and I'm still fighting to get disability, by the way, 4 years later. Yeah, crazy, huh? So man. I was forced to do full time. And so now it's almost 4 years later. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Yeah, that's insane, man. Like you're fighting for disability. It's like really, like whoever denied you.
I haven't been denied. That's the craziest thing.
It takes up to 7 years, man. It could take up to 7 years.
But like when you're dealing, like originally I was dealing with California, which is terrible. You know what I mean? That's terrible.
Yeah, now Gavin Newsom's out there chasing the homeless out. Get out of here, man.
Dude, it was just nuts, and it was a nonstop like battle every day. It was like a job. You know what I mean? It was terrible. I mean, I had a lawyer up and everything.
Yeah.
So then I went and moved here to Alabama 2.5 months ago, and I've already had with the state the mental evaluation. And now I've got to do the physical evaluation.
Oh, dude, California sucks.
You know what I mean? And so now I have that doctor's appointment with the state and that whole ordeal on the 17th, like here in 5 days.
Nice.
So there's nothing left after that. Mike. There's nothing left. All they have to do is decide now.
You're right at the end. You're going to get it, bro. Come on.
Well, they can't deny it. You know what I mean? You can't deny that I'm not disabled. Like you can't do that. Like, and even if they did, I would go to court and go, you know what? I want this judge right here to tell on camera that I'm not disabled, and you're telling my community they're not disabled. I want you to make that claim right here. You say it. You take responsibility for it.
That's where I was getting at.
Mike,
oh no, trust me, I'm not letting them get away with it. Absolutely not.
They did that to me, bro. I've had both them tests you talk about, and I had to hire my lawyer. I've been cut twice in my back. I have a permanent foot drop. I can't stand on my left heel. I limp sometimes. But when I went through all my stuff, they tried to railroad me hard, man. I won a case, and then they submitted the money to the state, whatever. So the medical part of it, though, the physical part, man, they had me putting all these balls in different like shapes.
Oh yeah,
real freaky shit. But I mean, I have scars all over me. I let them cut me 6 times. I actually need more, but I want stem cells, man. I'm not gonna let them cut me again, man.
That's the big thing. It's supposed to be the best cure for everything now, the stem cell.
Yeah, well, I had lawyers that were like, we're gonna do this and do that, and I listened to them. I was a young kid, man, and I got screwed over, man. Them surgeries, I had my shoulder done, my neck, my back done twice, my knee, my leg. I was jammed up for a minute.
I've been putting off the back, well, partially because, my platelets are good now, but, that's something I've been putting off is the back surgery. But I got denied for disability. I applied, man. I have stage 4 cirrhosis, and they told me that doesn't count. Really? That doesn't count? Yeah, okay. Whatever.
How is it now, though? You said you're losing weight and all that. You probably look better now, right?
When you're in, when I had my biopsy done 9 years ago.
Miss Mommy.
I was in early stage 4 of cirrhosis, non-alcoholic cirrhosis of the liver. So my GI doc told me that best case scenario with healthy living, I might be able to push it back to like stage 3. But it's so badly damaged at this point, it won't fully regenerate. So, but it's gotten a little better. I mean, I have lived a very healthy, clean lifestyle. And
you need to look into the stem cells, bro. That stuff's amazing. What that stuff is doing, man. It's really
it's next level. I've heard for sure.
My buddy went to Mexico and got his knee done for $3,000. He's running. He's 50, almost 60 years old. He said his knee's better than it was before, and it's instant. It starts working right away.
Really?
That's why I'll never get cut again, man.
I don't know if I would. Okay, so I know that you can go to Mexico, get some stuff done. You can go to.
Well, you got to risk infection over there. That's the thing you got to be careful about.
I think that the medical technology is as good, but are the sanitation practices as well? You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, the doctors over here, they don't really want to do it because the real stem cells come from umbilical cord, which are the healthiest. Really? So with a lot of guys over here what they do in the States is they use your own, where they hit you with a wand and trigger your own cells to try to regenerate. And so it's not really them. I don't think they do anywhere in the United States where they give you somebody's stem cells. So that's why people go to other countries to do it. Plus, it's so expensive. Just look, you can go to Turkey, get a full head of hair and all your teeth done for $7,000. Over here, you're spending $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know, yeah, my buddy went over there.
You know, like, would you? I mean, I guess some people are willing to take the risk. I'm not personally.
The most important question is, what are you smoking on right now, Johnny Mac?
I'm rolling up some ice cream cake, and I just rolled up.
I like that one.
This one's Citral Glue. This is ice cream cake. I got Dante's Inferno and Free Mac. I'm actually going tomorrow. I'm gonna go pick up some more. But
nice.
I like to keep.
What are you?
Grains.
Are you an indica guy?
I'm indica only, basically.
Yeah, me too, man.
Really?
And what's crazy about it though is it for some reason like it won't make me like veg out. Like it's hilarious. Like
me either.
If I smoke indica, by the way, you know, all the time. If I smoke before bed, I'll be awake. You know what I mean?
Me
like
too,
I'm gonna
man.
be. Now I get creative. Now I'm like super like okay, like now I want to. You know what I mean? Like I get like hyped up to like go do like I'll like do that, and then all of a sudden I want to like mow the lawn. Like it's very weird.
This one's pretty good. I like the batter, the wax. This is called Gorilla Grape. It's pretty good. Indica. Stayed up.
Now you would think that a sativa would do that to you.
Florida attorney, hope you well, man.
That's the weird thing. That's the very weird thing. Like it's like ass backwards.
Well, that's the thing. That's like people who are have hyperactivity and they give you speed to slow you down.
Are you gonna share with Celia, Johnny?
It's true. Like
Celia,
Adderall can actually bring it like down for you, for instance. You know what I mean? Like it just depends on where you are, you know, mentally or whatever the case is. Yeah.
Lemon OG Kush. I love a Kush, man. I love anything Kush is. Oh man, I really do.
Yep, Kush is good.
And Runts. I love Runts too. Any brand of Runts.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that too.
I got a frick ton of it behind me.
Look at it. Yeah. Well, you know what? If you ever need help and you can't smoke it all, brother.
That's never a problem.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. That's what my buddy said. He's like, yo, what do you do, man? He's like, how long does it take if you get announced? I'm like, I can't really, you know. Now, mind you, I'm still taking care of my dad. I'm not really smoking. Yeah, like quick.
3 days, 4 days.
Yeah, nothing.
That's how long it lasts for me. It goes quick.
Me too.
I seen this new thing today where the girl, it was a commercial on Facebook. She had something, I don't know, it's like you hit a button, you put the button in the bottom and it fills up this glass thing, but the smoke doesn't come out and the top's off and you can just like, it's crazy, man, the stuff they come up with.
Oh yeah, no, there's all sorts of crazy ways to do it. You know what I mean? There's technologies for everything. For me, I'm old school. I just like smoking joints and
thank you.
And yeah, like I'm not like I'll smoke blunts and stuff too, but I will way prefer a joint all day, every day.
Oh yeah.
I don't like any nicotine in the wraps. I quit all that too. So
that's the one. The new
for me,
ones.
I mean, I'm still doing the devil over here. You know what I mean? I'm still dealing with that. I mean, I'll always probably deal with it. You know, I've been vaping since vape came out. You know, like at least here in the States. Yeah, crazy.
Johnny Mac, you got to look up these, man. These camo, they don't have anything in them. No
yeah, those
nicotine.
are natural wraps.
Yeah, they have they're chamomile malta. I don't know if you would like them, but they're all right.
See, I would do that as a novelty for, you know, like, you know, smoke a couple or whatever, but then I'd end up going right back to, you know.
Yeah, no, that's like something once in a while, man.
Yeah.
Like I had family over yesterday, so I rolled a couple.
I'm going to just go back to the zigzag every time. You know what I mean?
Ice water bong hits. Oh, man.
These are
I'm all for that too. I'm all for that too, but you know, if I had to give like a hierarchy of preference, you know what I mean? Like it would joints be the top. Of course, of course I'll love the bong too, you know, or buy it, you know, I'll do it all, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter, but I have a preference.
Flower, joints, and if you aren't high enough, I'm a firm believer in roll another one. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny,
exactly.
I don't know. Look, Vixie's getting ready to hit the dispensaries. Now they're recreational.
Yeah. Vixie, they fucked us here because Ohio.
Listen, Vixie.
The last 2 months, all of I normally grab like a half from the dispensary here, and I don't want to spend more than $50 to $70. And there was always a handful of choices for that on the lower THC level, but I throw keef in it and I make it heavyweight. So all the fucking halves have been like 110 to 150 and up. It's like, wow, I won't even spend that much for an ounce. And they got halves for it. So what they did was they jacked the prices up because they were getting ready to cut loose the recreational. And they should have cheaper prices for us with the cards, but they don't. So it's bullshit. It's bullshit. But yeah, that pissed me off. You can go to fucking Michigan and get an ounce for $50.
Jersey sucks over here, right? PA sucks, bro. These guys are still making, you know, I watched Colorado the first year that they were legalized. They had free lunch and breakfast for all the schools. They secured the money for 75 years. I'm like, you know, I think they got everything. They did a lot in that state. These guys over here, they don't do that in PA, man. They're making tons of money. Everything's still expensive.
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah,
not
in
going
California,
to the right
you can in California, because I mean that's where I was for 29 years. You know, like I could get a actual decent bag, you know, an ounce, for $30. You know what I mean? It was.
You know what you're paying over here in Philly?
I'm sure it's crazy. But I mean, like you have to know people to like get it for $30, but still.
Bud though, right? Dispensary type of bud.
Yes, Dispo.
Back when I lived in Cali,
like that's buying like Dispo level, yeah, the same, right. Yeah.
Back in the 90s and 2000s when I lived out in Cali, you could get an ounce of brown weed, brick weed.
Yeah, Mexican brick.
Yeah, 20, and it is brown too. It looks like
Philly would call that zoo dirt.
Dirt weed.
Yeah, it's dirt.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, you roll a big fat one of that, it'll do the trick.
Yes, it does.
Oh yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
It wouldn't sell. Guys, it wouldn't sell if you know what I mean. Like if it didn't sell, it wouldn't be transferred. But you know what I mean, and transported.
You're a little younger than me though, Mike. But I remember back in the day, the brickweed. Though one thing about the brickweed, man, it was still like sticky, man. It still had a little something in there. Like it wasn't all dry and.
Well, because there's an influx of it, you know, that's like California's kind of like ordeal. Like there's such an abundance of it that people are sitting on 3-4 years of fucking weed.
Yeah.
Listen, I had a guy, and I won't say what time.
It's crazy.
I don't know statute limitations, but before carts were even here, man, I had the California Golds. Guys would send him a ton from my neighborhood. He moved out to Cali. He was sending us a ton of shit. So this jerk off that was, you know, he decides to keep all the, you know, the pillows in the car. Them fucking things, man. He had him. I'm waiting for him. I'm sick. My mom, this. It's like a month. It's in the middle of the summer, the hottest days. That stuff from when it got here to then, it made a totally different transformation. And I was like, you know, he fucked everything up. But, you know, I had a really good connect out there, and he was a good dude. But now it's everywhere now, man. I mean, the Jamaicans treated me good back in the day. This is when you couldn't have access to it like that, man. You know what I mean? Like them Jamaican.
Yeah, now it's so wide. It's wide open. I mean, they
would drive around.
It's actually shown right now that marijuana consumption is actually taken over the majority of compared to alcohol. Cannabis use is now the number one. You know what I mean? It's actually surpassed alcohol.
I'll do your thing. Don Juan DeMarco. I got to get one of that, man. I think I can really do some stuff with this. Can you record on that too?
Oh, shit. Of course.
Like that. Yeah. Damn straight. So what's your topic today, Mike? What are you hitting today?
Well, and I was just about to let you guys know that I do have to go over to my channel here in a minute. But yeah, man. Today is going to be about Joe Biden's first interview since his whole COVID ordeal. So,
oh my God, dude, this guy.
We're going over it today.
And listen, their campaigns are fighting because the guy who the chick,
of course,
the chick who was running the campaign, O'Malley. You know, look, this is all I want to tell you. I don't care who you vote for, but let me tell you something. When Trump talks about taxing, no tax on tips, and now they're running with that, she says, just hear me out, because I don't care who you vote for. On day one, I'm going to secure the border and economy. You're the vice president now. You could be doing something now. Mm-hmm. Like, let's stop. People got to wake up. It's not about, oh, if you like this or that, hate me or hate that. No, man. Reality is
she was known as one of the worst VPs in history.
She locked up.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
minorities.
hilarious now that all of a sudden, like, the Democrats are like, oh, yeah. But anyways, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys for having me on here. Much love and respect to you guys into the chat. Thank you guys. Much love. We'll see you guys.
I'll text you later, brother. Thank you. Yeah, look, the thing is with politics, I say what I want because I don't care who likes it or not, because I'm not telling you which way to go. I'm just saying that I just don't like look at Philadelphia. Johnny, I don't know if you know, but remember 2020? They still haven't given them an official count for Pennsylvania.
Oh, jeez.
And I could care less about politics, but I care about my kids. I care about your kids. I care about prices at the grocery. I care about the gas pump. I care that if you look at the internet, did you see all the tanks we're sending over the Middle East? It's about to go down, man. People better wake up. I'm not saying one's better than the other. I'm just saying that for me, you know, we got to stop fighting and get back on the same page, man, because,
yeah, man,
you know, politicians are crazy. But what do you got going on today? Anything good?
Just a little editing, I think, just hanging out. Not too much. I got a busy week, but today's just around the house. I got to do an overhaul on the animal room. I'm going to let them roam around here in a few minutes and have some fun.
Bliss, Chris, that's all I'm saying. They didn't even let them have a democracy. She's not supposed to get all them votes. They're supposed to, the delegates are supposed to elect her, but whatever.
Well, the problem with the election crap is,
good point, Emerald.
I'm really nervous that because of what happened last time, I'm just not sure we're ever going to have a square election again.
Well, I'll tell you right now.
You know?
She's not going to win. I promise that right now. You can write that down in stone. And I know, and I don't say that from a judge point of Democrat, Republican. I look at history and I look, the one thing about, if I was advising Trump, if I was advising Kamala, I'd tell her, stay away from that. She can't do an interview. Stay away from all that. If you really want to win, hide in the basement like Biden. They're not going to be able to pull that off again. And the thing is, if I was Trump, I'd tell him, don't personal attack, man. Make it about policy and what you did.
They may
but
like the last time, they fucking robbed him, man. They flat out robbed him. I have a feeling that even though, I mean, like you just said, that there's no way she's going to win, but it's possible that they could just flat out just manipulate.
All right, well, let me just tell you why she won't. Let me just tell you what people are not talking about. There's all this, hurrah, hurrah, Kamala, she's the next Obama. She's not Obama. Remember, she's locked up. Forget that she's locked up more minorities than anybody else, and let killers out and people who could be exonerated for crimes she didn't let evidence in. This woman didn't get one vote when she ran for president. She's supposed to be the border czar. Look at the border. Like, her own record, everything she's done, they're getting behind her just because that's what they have to do. It's the convention next week. But the right way to do it, a democracy, is they have to go to the convention. They have to vote her in. A lot of people didn't endorse her. Biden just did the interview talking about Nancy Pelosi pushed him out. Whatever side of the aisle you're on, that's the only thing what Johnny just said. There's no truth on either side, man. Everything's a bunch of lies and bullshit. You know, you want to try to give the lesser of two evils, but, you know, it is what it is.
You got kids and grandkids. I got kids and grandkids. You know, what the fuck environment are they to be living in, man?
We weren't in a war when Trump was president. We weren't at war, man. Whether you like him or not, we weren't at war, man. And I like that. I don't want to go to war. I'm not for all that shit.
Well, if we have to go to war, I want to have somebody that's got a spine and a little bit of freaking you know, the skills when it comes to negotiating.
Yep.
Like, he's a freaking, hey, nobody can argue the fact that when it comes to business and running businesses, Trump is a genius. I mean, he stayed unbelievably rich his whole life.
And he told you, he said, I beat the tax system because you wrote it, you idiots. Yeah, of course he used it to his thing. Look, people don't like Trump. Look, remember this, though, about Trump. This is why I hate people who say they hate him. Before he ran for president, man, he was in all them rap videos. You know, he was on, you know, he was, even Will Smith used to talk about everybody. Mike Tyson fought. He always put on fights. I mean, he helped a lot of people out, but
Yeah.
some people just don't like the dude, and I understand that. But you know, I'd rather vote somebody I know that's going to. Well, he's already done the job. We had a good economy. Gas was low. Prices were cheaper. The average American had 5 to 10 grand more in their pocket. That's what I would vote for. They threw that pandemic. I mean,
And
that was
it's a business. Running our
business.
country is running a business. It's pretty much, so like, wouldn't you want somebody who has a lifetime's experience of being successful at doing that? And when you talk about negotiation skills, he's pretty much he's a powerhouse. So I mean,
definitely.
He's definitely a better suited candidate. I'll agree. Trump sometimes can be abrasive. And I'm not going to hold that too much against him because I can be like that too. It's one of my character flaws. But
the thing is, though, all I'm saying is he's been there for 4 years. Look at our country. Look at the pump. Look at the grocery store. Look at the border, right? Look at how these people want 12-year-old kids to have reassessment, gender surgery, and if the governor she picked, if the parent gets involved in that, you go to jail. A 12-year-old kid. They want to take your rights away with your faith. They want to take your rights away as a parent.
I don't understand that.
The one reason why I vote for Trump, I'm going to tell you, want to know the truth? I don't get in all the hyperbole because they're far-right Republicans, the left, they're all stupid. But I want to keep saying Merry Christmas. I'm a man of faith. I believe in God. I believe he's the one that's going to keep that going. They took in California, they took out prayer. She was a part of that. Come on, man. I just, whatever you want to believe, I don't care. But I do. I believe in God, and I want to keep that going, man. I like saying Merry Christmas. What am I supposed to say? Oh, Christmas or Happy Holiday? No, it's Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's what I was raised on. Now you want to take 51 years of my life? Come on.
I know. We're going to change. Let's rewrite history crap. I don't like that, man. Taking down statues of Christopher Columbus. Why now? Because somebody's feelings got hurt. Like you can't rewrite history because somebody now got their feelings hurt.
Did you see all them Italians in South Philly that when they tried to go down there, they were all around it with gun permits and shit? They didn't let anybody touch that shit, bro.
It was ridiculous. Why?
So they stepped in.
It's very offensive. It's very offensive to do that to certain people, man, and not others. Say that you're protecting one group while you're stepping on another. Come on.
But I watched so many people lose family and friends over this political shit, and I understand it. But if you allow that to get in between your good friends and your family, then you weren't good friends and you weren't good family. Because I got people in my family that hate Trump. I know my sister went away. She was on vacation. Well, she had to go to my aunt's party, went to Canada, and somebody made a reference to her that they wish they could, what happened to Trump, they wish they could do that to him. Like, why? I wouldn't wish that for Kamala or Biden or anybody. That's just, and this is a grown man.
That's
what I'm saying?
There's no need for that. Like, see, that's hate. I don't want to have those type of feelings, like hate in my heart like that. And at one point in my life,
remember one thing, people.
Like that.
The Democratic Party, and I'm not saying Republic's not bad, but they're on the chopping block right now. The KKK started in the South. That was the Democrats, number one. Number two, if you really look at history, like Seth is saying in the 90s, he wrote a waiver. Remember, he was the guy that was saying that, just like Hillary, that, he didn't want his kids growing up in the jungle with predators. And he was talking about minorities. All his references, racist shit. To sleep in it, he swims in his pool naked in front of his Secret Service, man. Like, all I'm saying is whatever you believe in, whatever you feel, if you feel that's right, then you feel that's right. Doesn't make it's right, Like I said, look at their history. Put Trump 4 years next to theirs. Go look at them, any one of you, and you'll see. I don't like far left. I don't like far right, Johnny. I'm more libertarian. I don't care socially what people do, but when it comes to conservative fiscal, I'm like that. I believe in capitalism. So I don't know. I gotta get rocking and rolling, or I gotta go take care of my old man. So
Yeah, I had fun. Good show.
thanks for coming on. Yeah, I want to go check out Mike Ball. He's on
Yeah,
right
I'm gonna
now
head
too.
on over there while I'm doing my
Remember,
stuff.
people, stay blessed, not stressed. Let God do the rest. And remember, keep the kids confident, not cocky. And love yourself, man. Look in the mirror. You know, nobody else gonna love